Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Shoot the Shack here at the 411, hosted by the Lone Wolf Repeater System. I am WROR 906 Tone, and this is an informal net, and it's nothing about any topic in particular. We're just gonna shoot the shack, as they say. We ask that you kindly pause for 2 seconds before keying up so the repeaters can pick you up and everything can be said properly. And we also ask that, no foul language, of course, and no shoot nobody down. We're just only going to shoot the shot. Also, we are not going to talk politics or religion. So if you have anything to say about that, please change the channel. So, with that being said, let's begin. Anyone out there have any particular questions, comments, need to know something more about a node or how to connect the system to anywhere, anytime, anyhow, or if you got questions about DD Switch, if you have questions about anything. The floor is yours. I think they fell through the floor.
WRTE 516, Church, Mobile. Does anyone know how to make a cron job?
Ooh, I did that today.
Cron tab space dash E.
Yep, that was all of it.
No, that wasn't just all of it. It's like that's how do you get to the cron tabs. It's like once you get in it, then you have to do the cron tab. It's more than just that. Once you get in, you have to know what time you want it, what day you want it, and exactly what you want it to do. It's not one flavor fits all. It's like you ask for something specific, it can be said, but to explain a cron tab, it's way too wide to explain it.
But basically what it is, it's an announcement, it's what it is.
Do you have to access it through PuTTY or through WinSCP?
To enter the cron tab menu, you have to enter through PuTTY, and you have to use the bash shell. And on the bash shell, that's where you're gonna type cron tab space minus E, enter, and that will bring you up to the
So this is WRVL 439. I was listening in. What's everybody's thoughts on getting a dedicated GMRS radio or just getting a dual or quad band radio and modding it to do GMRS?
Spend the money once.
Yep, I like that. Short and simple.
I'm at a funeral.
Me personally, just like you said, like I prefer radios that do just more than one thing. Getting a radio that's locked on GMRS, and let's say you get your ham license, now you're gonna have to buy another radio just for ham. So why not get a radio that does both, even though that you can't use one side, but by the time you actually get your license and can't use it, you already have the radio.
Not to mention, most of those radios are exactly the same as their dual band ham counterpart. They're just locked down to the GMRS frequencies. But the price doesn't change, so you're spending $600 to buy two of the same radios. When you can pay the same amount of money, you can pay $300 to $400 for one radio and do it all.
Yeah, roger that. Definitely gone that way. I had an Ocean KG1000 and the damn thing died in 2 weeks. Well, it didn't die. It had problems, so I had to ship it back. But during hamcation, I'm going to be I'm signed up, registered for my ham license, and hopefully I'll be ready. I'm studying for it, so hope to pass that in mid-February.
Oh, so you're from Florida? Hey, just look for me. I'll be the one walking around with a kilt.
Yeah, that should be easy to spot. Yeah. Yep. I actually live down the road from town, not too far. And I'm using his node right now.
I figure as soon as I saw his note light up on the Superman.
Yeah, I appreciate that public service that Tim provides.
Well, at least somebody does, because apparently nobody else cares. We've been doing this, for a month and a half now, and there was a lot of interest at the beginning, and now it just goes downhill. Any other questions, comments?
Pretty good range too. I've been able to hit it from pretty far. Here, we're in this part of Central Florida on the 429. I can hit it, and all around town here, really no problem.
Yeah, that nose is a freak of nature. Being in an attic, not even 10 feet above the ground, and the range that it has is insane.
Yeah, it probably has an imbalance on the uplink and downlink, but the receive on it's pretty sensitive. So, discussing the quad bands, does anybody have any thoughts on the TYT 9800?
Haven't seen that one. Don't know exactly which one it is, but we go back again to the same question that you asked before. Why spend the money on a radio that's going to be locked on something when you're going to be only able to use it for one thing and not for other?
Yep. The TYT 9800 is a quad band. It's a lot like the Yazoo 8900. It's the same radio, actually. Maybe some differences, but they look the same. They specs are the same. The build quality, I'm not sure if that's the same.
I don't own a Yazoo, but if you're going to spend the money, why not, like Sean said, buy once, cry once. Instead of going with TYT, go with the Yazoo.
I agree with that. WRTC 284. However, the TYT is a $200 radio and it's all band. It can be opened up just like the ICOM 7000. So for a starter radio, great. If you get into the hobby, good. Once you learn, then you can go to the more expensive.
So, is this a GMRS Live Friday night event, or is it local to Florida, to Central Florida?
I love how Tone started it and then leaves me alone. Well, we're connected to GMRS Live on the 411. Anybody can connect to us, no matter from Florida. They can be from anywhere else. Like right now, we have South Dakota in here, and who knows who else is on Zello, because we have our Zello, but we also have the Zello for the GMRS Live connected to us.
Roger that, man. Well, big shout out to our friends in South Dakota. I just did a hiking trip there about 6 months ago, and fell in love with that state, and I'm ready to move there.
Remind me to give you my address so you can send me fresh potatoes from there.
Yeah, man, it was absolutely beautiful. The Badlands and Mount Rushmore, and there's so much to see there. The only negative is that there's a lot of windshield time between destinations. It's a big state.
Oh, believe me, I know. You're talking to ex over-the-road driver, truck driver. In South Dakota, there's a lot of nothing.
So, anybody out there from South Dakota? Give you a minute to key up.
WRQC 343. This is Chris. I don't know if anybody caught my last message, but yeah, I'm from South Dakota.
Roger that. So, what's the temperature there? Do you have snow? I bet it's cold as hell.
Definitely dealing with the snow. We're looking at 17 degrees right now. I'm in the northeast part of the state right now.
So, are you coming in through Zello, or are you doing it RF?
.28 degrees here in Buffalo area.
Believe it or not, coming in right now through my PBX phone system.
Yeah, I heard Buffalo Key up there. So it's 17 there, you said?
No, it's 28 currently. We're headed for only a low of 27 overnight. Then back up above freezing tomorrow, with a bit of sunshine even thrown in.
So, how about those bills?
They're out of it. Sorry, I don't follow them anyway. I just heard that they lost last week, so that's the way it goes.
Exactly why I'm a Phillies fan. Eagles. So, Chris, with your PBX setup, we're actually doing the same thing down here, and I got my server spun up and everything. This is a two-part question. One, how can I put it? For the DNS for your server, or you? Matter of fact, let's rewind. Are you connected to someone else's service, or you created your own?
Okay, so I am running free PBX on my, I actually have a free PBX box, and I have all my, stanzas and stuff connected in to my GMRS Live, linking in through that way.
Okay, so with that being said, are you using a separate DNS on free PBX? So it's like if you add extra extensions and you give an extension to another user, they will be able to dial in back and forth from the outside.
Yeah, I've got an outside web address that would link in if somebody else wanted to link in through my system. So yeah, I am basically running through my router, which my router gives me an FQDN or whatever address through that, and then people could enter in that into their connection part, and it would connect into mine.
Okay, that's good to know. Because I got my server spun up. I'm actually have with the admin of GMRS Live. He has his set, and I got an extension with him and a couple people. But we're going to do like a big area code type of situation to where I'll have my own setup, and then I can have mine point to his server, and vice versa. The only issue that we're also having is the fact that we can dial into a node, but then after 30 seconds, it'll drop off.
Okay, that right there, I forget exactly what has to change. Give me a sec. I'll look at my deal, and I can tell you exactly what you'd have to change to fix that. It's something about when it loses sound, it will disconnect after so many seconds.
While he's looking, will you repeat the question so I understand the answer?
Okay, I'm sorry. The last person that he ended up being up over you. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, sir. I was asking if you could repeat the question before he gets the answer so we could understand what the answer is answering.
All right. Free PBX is a voice over IP system where you can have internet protocol telephones in your house. And you can add extensions to it, and you can distribute them like through your house or through friends or whatever. And then y'all be calling back and forth, which it uses a form of asterisks. Just like how our nodes is being used to talk RF and so forth. So the question I asked him was how, when we were able to dial in to an actual node to listen to radio traffic, how can we keep it live versus it shutting off within 30 seconds?
Okay, I've got that for you. It's you want to find in your inside your free PBX or whatever you're using. Look for the RTP settings and your RTP timeout. Set that to 0, and RTP hold timeout. Set that to 0, and that stopped me from being disconnected every time I was on a node.
All right, that's perfect. That's good to know. I can be able to also add that to send that information to the administrator on our free PX that's running right now until I get our guys switched over, and then I'll be able to put that on my actual server as well. I appreciate you on that one, sir.
No problem. Happy to help.
Also, if you want to be able to interlink with us as well, like through the free PBX, send an email to support@gmrslive.com. Let them know that you already have a free PBX system set up, and if you want to be able to like interact with us down here with the phone system, you know, more than welcome to get our extensions and all that and give us a buzz.
Copy that. Thank you. I'll have to do that.
All right, so we're at the bottom half of the hour. We're gonna flip it up a few more notches. Anybody else out there got any more radio questions, antenna questions, setup questions? Anything for your own home setup that you're trying to do or wanting to do? If you have any cron jobs that needs to be set up, or any scripts that needs to be sent to you, or any issue that you're trying to fix, this would be a perfect time now to voice it. That way, all messages can be relayed.
Yeah, so this is WRBL 439. I have another question, not many, but, you know, just I'll keep it to 2 tonight. But when tuning a 5/8 wave double stack antenna and you want to trim it down a little bit to bring the frequency up, do you have to cut a little bit off of both sides of the antenna on either side of the coil, or just one segment of the antenna?
Okay, any antenna experts out here tonight? Anybody over on the Zillow side listening? Or on the 411? Anybody?
WRFL81. Oh, I'm doing good. And for that gentleman, I'm no expert, but I've done many antennas. I've always only done the top side of the coil, and it's worked out good for me. Like I say, I'm not no expert, but it's always worked out if I did the antenna on the top side of the coil.
Hey, roger that. Thank you. I'll probably start with the top myself and then see, maybe trim a little bit off the bottom and see what it does. But I've got one of these VNA, micro VNAs, and I want to play with it, but once you cut something off, you can't put it back, so I don't want to screw it up.
Is this going to be for your
Yeah, 10-4. It's for the mobile. It's for the truck.
how many watts is that mobile you're pushing?
Well, right now I'm on a 3.5 watt handheld, but what I hope to get is will be a 50.
Yeah, copy that. I'm surprised you're actually hearing me on the walkie when I'm using the walkie. But yeah, I think I read somewhere, also watched on YouTube about the cutting of the antennas. Sometimes YouTube is a real good source on where to cut and how to cut.
Yeah, you and I are doing simplex right now, so I lost the last bit of what you just said there.
Yep, what I was saying was you can be able to go to YouTube and search up antenna tuning for GMRS, and there's got to be a bunch in there explaining you how to trim down an antenna, especially a 5/8 wave, properly, so to where you don't mess up no SWRs on the radio when you get it. Okay, so do we have any other questions and comments? With nothing else being heard or said or asked, I'm going to return everybody back to their normal operations and call it the night. This has been an okay Shoot the Shack. We need everybody to at least try to spread the word out some more. That way we can get more classroom participation. I would like to thank everybody that did tune in and did speak tonight. Some good information came out. And yeah, see you in 2 weeks. This is WROR 906. And I will be turning everyone back to normal operations. Have a good evening, y'all. See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you very much, WRPK 786. That was very cool.